All right, guys, how's it going? So, look, I found Jeremy Kyle. Look, I found a channel that broadcasts old episodes of Jeremy Kyle 24/7. It don't get much better than that, guy. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Jeremy Kyle, why? Well, listen, right, when you think your world is falling apart and your life is terrible, just put Jeremy Kyle on, you feel fucking great. Honestly, when you look at your missus next time and think, you know what, right, I could upgrade. You want to just see some birds on here and then you realise how lucky you are, trust me. Jeremy Kyle, Jezza. All right, guys, how's it going? Right, so Liverpool reignite interest in Aurélien Tchouaméni. Ta-da! There's an article there on coptalk.com. Now, basically, reports here in Spain are claiming that Liverpool are interested in him again. He's 24 years of age now. He's a defensive midfielder. He can play centre-back as well. Linked heavily with us, in 2022. We went all in for him. Do you remember, like non-stop, primary target. He's the one. Then he rejected us because he wanted to go for Real Madrid. He confirmed that as well, that Liverpool did go first for him, did move first for him. But he said once Real Madrid came in, that was it. There was no decision to make. And if you remember, Liverpool went on to sign Arthur Melo instead. On loan. So anyway, the headlines out here in Spain today are Bombshell, that basically that Real Madrid are making him available, or would. Maybe that's not the right term of phrase there, making him available. But the mood has changed, apparently. It's gone from, he's a valuable member of his squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, for sure. He's gone from he's untouchable, he's not for sale, blah, 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 to they could now be tempted. I don't think he's like a regular, he's not guaranteed a starting position. The fans are not really warming to him or haven't warmed to him. He was criticised at the weekend after the Real Madrid derby, which I think was 1-1. Alvaro Benito, he's like a pundit, used to play for Real Madrid. I don't think he was an outstanding, I don't think he's a star player or anything. And he said, he defends well going forward, but he doesn't really convince me about the rest. His performance is not that of a Real Madrid starter. I expected much more from him, but for now, no. So because of the negativity and the fact that he's not a guaranteed, he doesn't seem secure in the setup there. There are now suggestions in Spain that Real Madrid would listen to offers for him, which I think the fee quoted was if someone offered about 70 million euros, which I think is 66.6 million pounds, then which is about how much they paid for him, then they could be tempted into selling him. And the newspapers here have gone on to Liverpool are interested in him. Liverpool are looking at doing this next year. I'm not so sure I believe that. I think that's idle speculation, just because of our previous interest. When Liverpool went in for him last time, he said the first to come forward was Liverpool. We had discussions, then Real arrived, and in my head, everything was clear. It was Real and not another. It's the biggest club in the world. If you want to accomplish great things throughout the history of your sport, there is no better. So I didn't hesitate for a second. I told my agent, as long as there is interest, we do everything to go there. Not really sure I want us to go back for that. Do you know what I mean? Nah. It's a bit disrespectful to Liverpool, that I think. But you know what I mean. From a fan's point of view, we're going to think that. There's nothing to suggest we're interested in him now. He is under contract until 2028. He's represented by ESN, which is Excellent Sport Nation. Liverpool do have a contract within that agency. The relationship's okay, and that's about your lot. So you might see suggestions that we're in for him again today. But my opinion is that it's just idle speculation. I at this present time, right now, obviously Liverpool next year, January, the summer, they're going to look at strengthening, and changing things in that midfield. You would imagine, and I think he is one to monitor. Keep an eye on it, like what happens with his situation there. But who wanted him before? I can't remember if there was a suggestion of who wanted him before. Was it Klopp? Was it the recruitment team? I'm not quite sure. Maybe some of you can remember it. I've got a memory like a sieve. Obviously, we talk about many players. So the bombshell, if you like, that's been making the headlines here is that Real Madrid are willing to get rid of him. And then they're following up with Liverpool are interested in. They didn't mention any other clubs. Like, they haven't mentioned any other clubs that have previously had interest with him, which is interesting. And they're not saying, now a target of Man City, Arsenal, Spurs. You know what I mean? It's just Liverpool are interested in him. But is it new interest, or are they just basing that on the fact that we once sniffed around it? I don't believe it, to be honest with you, at the moment. But I will keep an eye on it for you. All right, guys. So if you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee, only a coffee. I mean, I'll have a beer at the weekend. There is a super thanks, a love heart button underneath this video, and alternative ways to support me in the video description and the newsletter and the chat room, etc. I still got that. My sore throat's gone, but you can obviously hear in my voice I'm still a little bit croaky. So, yeah, I'll leave it with you. All right, see you soon. All right, hey, don't forget we're live at 2 o'clock UK today on here, and also 7 o'clock this evening. Come and see me.